All right, welcome back to Everyone Needs an Aquarius. We are back in the building, and I'm not just wearing a cowboy hat, just be wearing one. This is dedicated to my uncle who passed away. Went to his funeral this weekend, man. Awesome going away celebration for him in Texas. All the Cowboys was out. We was out. We was kicking it, man. We kicked it. We sent them off right. Right. So rest in peace, great Kevin Rodney Woodson.
He said Kevin Rodney Woodson.
You let you know that Kevin Rodney.
That's what I was gonna say. Put some respect on the, that black cowboy name.
Yeah.
Bullfighter. I like that though. I like it. I was gonna tell you that because that's why I said, "Oh yeah."
I know. I'm gonna start wearing this out in general on cats.
You should. I'm
going regular outfits. Just
listen. When you're in the South, more so particularly Houston, you see everywhere you go. It's normal. It's a way of life. So I like it. I do it. I swear I'm not being a jerk. So I like it. Because I would be like, friend. Yeah. But no, I really do like it. So
let's jump on into it. It's just crazy. Right as I come out, my uncle's funeral, heading over to the burial, I get the alert. Or maybe somebody, I don't remember what I got, and it was like Malcolm Jamal Warner has died.
Yeah.
And I was like, no way. So I was like, I was a pallbearer. So I didn't put my phone down in the car, doing my thing. I come back. They tell me he didn't drown. I'm like, dang, in Costa Rica. But he went on a swim early in the morning on his own. And they said
an update was just released, and they said that he was apparently with his daughter.
No, they said that's not true. His wife said that wasn't true.
Okay.
He just got up early in the morning and went to go swim on his own. And it was another person that almost drowned trying to save him. That was a stranger. That was on the same resort or like on the same vacation area.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's just so sad because like we just talked about last month losing Ananda Lewis. Mm-hmm. And then that's like the same generation. It is the same generation.
They are the same generation. They're exactly the same.
Yeah. And for this to happen, it's like a gut punch. Because you remember how it felt when Chadwick died, mm-hmm. and these are our heroes. Like these are our peers for the most part, and then especially someone like Theo. Theo feels like because we grew up with him, and even though Theo is not real, he is a fictional character. But you think about all the different things about Theo, like Theo having issues in school, being dyslexic, being educated, all these different things. And then for him to break out even post Cosby Show, right? Mm-hmm. And to be clear, he had a very solid career where a lot of times, I know they said that he did not care for being called Theo anymore. Yeah, I mean, because I'm no longer playing that role. So no, that is just a piece of my career. He was a really great actor, funny, all of that stuff, very caring. Reagan Gomez yesterday put a post up speaking about how when they moved to LA, how he and his mother really kind of took her under their wing and really educated them about not being taken advantage of in the industry, things like that, how they always looked out for people. And it was really nice to see all of the beautiful, like just fans, everybody that got an opportunity to meet him. And every story was just so beautiful. And I want to get to this point. And you know where I'm going. Because you did like you did a deep breath like her.
No, go ahead.
When people pass and, especially in this day and age of TMZ, where they thrive off that sensationalism, y'all can't be posting pictures of somebody that he dated 20, 30 years ago. So with Michelle Thompson.
Mm-hmm. He got a whole wife.
He has a wife. He has a child that also has access to the internet. Y'all talking about together again. And, that was his true love. How the hell do you know? And I'm like, it's so inconsiderate. It's so ruthless and so cold to see stuff like that, and it's just one thing. Hey, they friends are back like hopefully they'll be friends in the next round or whatever. But whatever, I'm like, y'all don't think about none of the other stuff. And then people was mad that his ex-girlfriend posted something. I'm not even tripping off of that. You know,
Who's his girlfriend?
I don't even know. Like
Regina King?
Who?
Regina King was his ex-girlfriend.
No, it wasn't Regina. It was someone else. So, but I'm like, who cares? I'm like, y'all can't.
Everybody had a relationship with him and loved him though. So why can't they? Now you posted somebody.
Y'all, like I said, like y'all want to pick and choose and what y'all want to be mad about, but you in the same breath making a post where it's like, oh, together again with Michelle. That's weird. Allow people to agree. It's already.
And they weren't even together when she passed away.
Well, they said that the story is that he was there when she transitioned.
Yes, he was, but they weren't a couple then.
They were no longer a couple.
No.
But you know, y'all have to have put yourself in other people's shoes. And I think that's what we need is we got to bring that back. Because if you were standing here, if this was you, how would you feel if somebody did that to you? Like, you know, so stop being weird on the internet. You know, it's so many other things that y'all could say about him, post about him, and you resorted to that for clicks and engagement. It's weird.
Yeah. I don't even want to even entertain all that, man. I want to honor this brother. He was everybody's brother. He was the first black brother. I know some people may want to say, JJ on Good Times or anything like that, but this was different. JJ was more of a caricature of an older brother. You know, that's just my opinion. I mean, some other people that love Good Times may disagree with that, but Theo for Gen X and millennials, he was our first brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was our first brother. And the thing that was beautiful about Malcolm's acting ability in that role was he was able to show just a young dude into some shit. Like this was just, and not nothing like nefarious. Like it ain't like he toting guns and nothing. And you know, it ain't got to be no episode of South Central or nothing. You know, but he would be like,
I love that show.
I love that show. No shade.
Yeah, no, I forgot about that show. That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know, he go get in the earring and he trying to hide it. Just simple teenage stuff. He's sitting there talking about, I just want you to love me for me. My grades shouldn't matter. Like, man, your sister telling you that she can make that Gordon Gartrell because she done took a couple of classes. That's regular teenage stuff. And then he's like, you don't like it? Say it to me and ask me again.
And I wonder how many takes they did, or if it was just one take. Because
he was dead ass
trying to hold it together.
Yeah, he was dead ass serious. He's like, ask me again. And that's yelling. You go, Denise, like Denise, and then you don't see him. And then she was like, she was sitting with Rudy. Yeah, and Vanessa was like, I don't know if you don't like it. And then I hear him, Denise, and then he walked through the door. It took him a minute to get through the door, and he was like, this is not no Gordon Gartrell. So you don't like it? Ask me again.
Yo, what was so funny? You want to know what's funny is, you know, hearing the discourse surrounding the Cosby Show post the notorious Bill Cosby, yes, we would call him, and people really wanting to find that show like on streaming and other platforms or whatever. So for the nostalgia reasons, you know, the way that we connected with those characters. And it was so funny because somebody was like, Denise is who people think like Vanessa is, like, you know, like the bad kid, but they was like, it was really Denise that was the bad kid.
Denise wasn't the bad kid. You talking about in real life, or you talking about
no, like kind of on the show, and they was like, but nobody wants to talk. It's funny seeing people have discourse around.
No, Denise suffered from, and this is crazy. We get into this Bill Cosby, his Cosby all the war. She suffered from the pressure fucking Sandra fucking with the Princeton right above you.
Yeah.
And you gotta remember, she had good grades, and she could have went to an Ivy League and end up going to Hillman, which was appeasing her parents. She probably didn't want to go there for real, for real. It was really probably to make them happy, because I think Denise's character didn't get better until she left Hillman and came back. Like, I think you got more contexture of who she was as a person, like who she was to me. I feel like she was a random character before that.
You know what? What's crazy is that we forget about all of them kids that they had for real, because I forgot about her. You know, the older sister.
Oh yeah. But
yeah,
you like that contextual her with them being the first kid being married and like them going through all that. So you got that part of her. You didn't really learn Denise for real until she came back from Hillman back to the Cosby Show to me.
Yeah, because that was so that must have been after she had Zoe, because and that's how she ended up off. Because
she was pregnant on one of the seasons. That's why she always had on big old hoodies.
Well, yeah, but so that was the thing, because they was trying to figure out if they was gonna write it in, and then Bill was like, "No, you pregnant. Denise ain't pregnant. We're not doing that."
Denise is an unwed girl. She's not pregnant. Yeah, and that's when she went off to the whole thing where she went off with and met the other husband. That's when she had the baby and then came back.
Yeah. So, I mean, it would be nice to see, for sure. I understand how nobody wants to touch it, but here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Has enough time passed where that go? Because you remember how syndicated it was.
What do you mean? What do you mean to do what?
To put the Cosby back on streaming.
It's on streaming.
On what app?
It's on Prime. It's on.
You gotta pay for it though.
It's on Prime. It's on TV One all the time. And you could pull them up on TV One's app. I think it might be on Tubi.
Okay.
It might be on Paramount Plus, maybe. But it's places now, because it's enough time that they didn't trip off.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, because I'm like, I know I was seeing people kind of talk about like, oh, I want to go back and watch, and then.
But the dope part of Malcolm though is that he was able to transition and do Malcolm and Eddie, which was dope, and him going into that, and that was a whole you didn't even look at Malcolm from Malcolm and Eddie as Theo. Like, I mean, at first maybe people were kind of maybe at the beginning, but after a while, that was its own character, its own thing, and that mug run for about 6 years.
Yeah, I think that's the crazy thing, is that's what I'm saying. Like, he did so much more post, where we really got to see him be this adult actor, because we sometimes see that transition being like so hard. Because
he did it the best. He did it the best of anybody of child actors transition. He did it the best.
Yeah.
He did the best. I never heard no drama about him, and no bullshit, and he still was working. He was a working fucking actor.
Yeah, because he was on. Because I was trying to think if he had
the other show with Tracy before she got Blackish that I thought was good, called Read Between the Lines.
Yeah, I remember that. And then
that was BT on some bullshit, canceling that one. But on the flip side, he
was on Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a good show, by the way. But I was trying to think if he, because you remember they had that post Cosby show that was just Cosby, but I was trying to think if he had popped up on an episode, but I'm not seeing it in his credits. Also didn't know he voiced the black kid on Magic School Bus.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know who I thought that was, but definitely didn't know it was Malcolm Jamal.
Yeah, he was on Sons of Anarchy, man.
Mm-hmm. Community. He was on a couple episodes.
He was what you call a working comedian. Just working, just working. He ain't got to be in a whole bunch of stuff. Just working. I'm paying bills. I'm doing what I do. My family's straight. I maybe get on a series for a couple of years here and there. Get a little guest star here and there. And keep in mind, also, he's a Grammy Award winner as well for being on Robert Glasper's album, the one that Chris Brown got mad about. Full circle moment. Yeah, but because he was doing poetry on there called Jesus is the King.
Okay.
Or Jesus
Yeah,
is
but
the
he was
King.
on an episode of Grownish.
He was working.
Yeah, he was.
It's called Jesus Children. The song's named Jesus Children. Jesus Children. It's with Layla Hathaway too.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
he
pulling up
transitioned
his
well.
I pulled up his IMDb.
And then he had another show that they tried to spin off. It was like a weird thing. They kind of played it wrong. It's the one he was the lead of it. What I'm trying to look up here now. Is it called Here and Now? Here and Now, I think it is.
Yeah, Here and Now.
Here and Now. That's the one where what you call it was on there. Lauryn Hill was on there.
Okay.
But it was basically trying to spin off. Remember when Theo was working at the community center and was like a teacher there?
I remember
he had to do it for part of his class work. He had to like work there after school with the after school program, helping the kids their homework and stuff like that. They tried to spin it off, but I think they should have actually fully spin it off as Theo, but they just spin off as a type of show like that and named it another character. And they should have just spin it off of Theo and kept those same core kids.
Yeah, because then
spin that off to totally being about all those kids at that community center, and you could have had Rudy guest starring in there because her boyfriend Stanley went to the place, so you could have her jumping in here and there. You could have made more of a Cosby universe. You already had one going.
He was into Tuskegee Airmen too.
And what now?
I forgot he was into Tuskegee Airmen.
Yeah, he was the one dude that was Hannibal, not Hannibal. What was his name in there? I just made Xander watch that bad boy. Hold on. What was his character's name? Cappy. Leroy Cappy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a good man. Yeah, the man, shout out to.
It's just crazy. Rest in peace, love, and man.
So real quickly before we got two quick hitters. Derrick Groves is still out, y'all. Just we gotta keep Derrick Groves is still out in the streets.
I'm loving how y'all are engaging with us in the comments regarding what's happening. And then somebody was like, "No, he wouldn't."
Hey man, we need to be the Derrick Groves update channel.
They're like, "No, he and somebody not wine cellar, storm cellar
in Oklahoma."
In Oklahoma, like so funny. And it was like, "Well, he wouldn't be in Mexico because that would be the first place they look, and they would extradite him." I said, "Look, we beefing." No, they wouldn't.
Or all you gotta do is get through Mexico. You can get to one of them other countries below Mexico. You act like that's the only country south of the border. Shout out to Derrick Groves, man. I mean, because you sent me a thing. They said that they may be turning it off. Like they might be like, "Do we?"
Oh yeah, they starting to scale back because it's been so long and they cannot find him. But like you said, I believe you are absolutely correct regarding this situation. I believe that, everybody else was a decoy and he had his plan like, these niggas is not that smart. They are really dumb for real, in the words of Antoine Dotson. And I'm going to hit the freeway, hit the ground running, and I'm out of here. So, I mean, it makes sense. It makes perfectly good sense now. So absolutely,
yeah. Like for him, man, he was because it just seemed like how all these dudes. Because you remember, after you go back into the story, and we're not gonna stay long because y'all can check out the other stuff we covered extensively. But if you remember, they bribed like the dude, they like bribed or did something to the dude that gave them the keys to get out.
Yeah,
and it was him. Remember, they kept saying it was him. That was popping up with the dude, or the dude said he was threatened, but supposedly they gave him some checks or whatever to get out of there or whatever. And he was probably telling the whole cast, like, yeah, most of the time, most people like, dude, I'm gonna do my dirt all by my lonely. He was like, no, if 10 of us bum rush the door, that means they got to do a nationwide manhunt for all these cats. And I know
on podcasts, we definitely discuss healing. We discuss aspects of psychology. We discuss you becoming the best you, mental wellness.
For sure. Health. Femininity, parenthood, dating.
Definitely dating.
Single parents. and it's from a lens of two psychologists, you know.
Yeah.
So,
but also two people who grew up like with both parents, married parents, and then like you all know that Chloe and I are the youngest of our crews, like her siblings and my siblings. So yeah, so it's from that perspective.
Yeah, looking at life through that lens.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get a whole lot of things from us. From us being women, going through life as parents, and all of these awesome attributes. But yes, womanology, the study of women.
The study of women.
These niggas ain't smart. So I'm gonna pick some of the non-smartest niggas in this crew. And then Antoine Massey made it even easier because now he on social media. And cause so they really trying to search for him because like you can't play in our face. So now Derrick Groves might be in Argentina now, for all we know. He been gone for how many days? 90 days?
Yeah, I think low key longer, maybe. I think that was how long ago was that?
Might have been in May. Hold on.
Was that before I got laid off? Y'all know I gotta remind y'all. So if y'all want to donate to the Patreon,
go ahead. Hold on. Let me see. May 16th, 2025.
Yeah. Okay, right before, right?
Yeah, so that's been he's been about 60 days, 60, 70 days.
Yes.
He in South America. He easily could be in South America.
He said, "Oye, come over."
Oh, since we mentioning that, these brothers that you put me on right here.
What I do?
Now, it was a good segue from Derrick Groves to this. Go ahead.
Wait. For our listeners,
if you're not watching, you need to go.
Please
watch us online.
So it was these brothers trying to sneak into what was it, Dubai?
Dubai.
Yo, they try to dress as like y'all have to see this photo. They put makeup
up on the
on.
screen for people that's listening. I mean, then you can go. We got it up.
And they got white people makeup on, and not white. So it ain't like how it is on Dave Chappelle, but it's like a peachy color where they have, with a hijab, and then mouth and nose covered, where it's just their eyes, y'all. But then they got from their nose.
Remember on Atlanta when he played? What was it? That's how it looks, y'all. For y'all that can't see.
Teddy.
Yes, Teddy. Yes.
Yes. Y'all, here's the thing about Black folk across the globe, across the galaxy. The jokes write themselves, and because
okay, what is the story for the? I mean, they said they would not release the details of why they did this. What is their story in your mind? What is the story, Dom?
Yeah, because that's what I was like. I really didn't see much about it.
No, they said that they didn't release what their motive was.
So clearly, y'all can't travel, or y'all don't have travel visas, passports, or whatever. We're gonna make a story. That's the story.
I think
somehow, some way, drugs are involved in this, or some sort of money laundering, because that's the only thing that would make sense for y'all to go and do this. But also, my question is this. When y'all got stopped at customs,
and like, who came up with the idea? Like, amongst these three, who was sitting there like, man, we got to get this workout to Dubai? But dude, I mean, that I'm
gonna say it's the one.
John got jammed up last time. What do? Why don't we dress up as women? It was the hijab on.
And that's the thing. It's like y'all didn't really fully Medea it.
No.
Y'all just like nobody put a wig on. Nobody put titties on, an ass, nothing to make this somewhat even believable.
So that's like, okay, they were still gonna try to ID you coming into the country. They thought that you weren't going to get ID just because you're a woman.
That none of it makes sense.
Which one of these guys is the one dumb one to come up with the idea of the three?
I'm gonna say the one that had the better head covering. We'll say the one with the green flicking, like sticking out the top of the jacket or blazer. is the one because his looks a little more put together. Everybody else look like they took a cheesecloth and just put it across their face. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's so many ways where this low-key, one of them might have got through.
That's just one though.
But also, did y'all go through together? Did y'all separate? These idiots walked through together, which drew attention to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like your outfit is raggedy, your hairline is uneven. You didn't even try.
They should have got on different flights.
I was gonna say that.
Because if y'all all together, even if y'all come off at different times, it'll just still be like, man, I saw that doggone paint just a second ago.
Let me see.
But if it's different days or different flights, it's all over the place. Unless they were. I mean, I don't know.
I'm trying to see if there's an update. No, there's.
Yeah.
And apparently this happened. Actually, this is old.
Dang, this is old. Okay.
Well, I'm seeing. Okay, so wait. It says in Algeria, 3 Nigerian men were arrested trying to board a Dubai-bound flight while disguised as Arab women.
It was drug trafficking.
Yep. Okay, so I'm right. Okay, good.
Yep, it was drugs.
But I'm seeing. I'm trying to figure out if this initially happened in February 2022. So yeah.
Still is hilarious.
Okay, so still hilarious. So, but it's making its rounds on TikTok and everything. So this story has resurfaced. You know, TikTok loves a resurgence. So, yeah, because I was like, that's the only thing that makes sense is drugs. Drugs are money laundering.
And supposedly they're Ghanaians, not Nigerians. The Nigerian people have said it's not them, it's Ghanaians. And
well, everything I'm pulling up is saying Nigerian.
Yeah, I'm looking. The Nigerian contingent on Reddit is saying it's not on them.
Okay, but that's just funny. It's still a funny story. This is funny as hell.
And the reason it is because people assume that Nigerians are scammers and Jews. But is actually, I was actually reading an article how it proves that they really are the best scammers. Because the reason
are they scammers, or are people just sort of idiot? Are people idiots? Because think about, okay, I don't know if I ever told this story on this show where when I was on this app called Bigo, because Vernon told me to download this app. It's like a video chat, you know, but it got too much going on. It's sensory overload for me. That's when I realized I might be on the spectrum. I was like, oh, it's too much. So whatever it was this Shamar Moore page that reached out to me. Now, do I think I could pull Shamar Moore? Absolutely. Let me be clear. I think I can pull Shamar Moore. So anyway, that's neither here or there. And this person is like, oh, let's connect or whatever. Like, what's your WhatsApp or something? I was like, WhatsApp? Why we talking on WhatsApp? Like, he's like, I don't want people having like my number. I ain't crazy. So you can call me like Tweet said, okay? Then whatever it was. So first of all, let me tell y'all, at this point in time, I think we was in the pandemic. So it was only so much entertainment, so much TV you could watch. So I'm playing into it. Cause like you think you're gonna ask me for some money, I'm about to ask you for some money. Okay, let's be real clear.
You're gonna reverse it.
I'm gonna reverse it, flip it and reverse it. Okay. So so I'm like, oh, he was like, when are we gonna FaceTime? Blah, 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 blah. I've been calling you. And I'm like, you never called me. And he was like, I did call. So he would call and hang up real quick. Then I would call back, but I'm not putting my face in there because you're not finna catch me up. So no. I'm not putting my face in the, like in the camera. And then he goes, wait, y'all, this is so crazy. And if you are listening, you gotta come online and watch the clip of the driver's license I'm about to show y'all. It was so funny.
Oh, you got it saved still, huh?
It's still in my WhatsApp. Cause then he tried to go off on me one day. He gonna make a fake this driver's license. Suppose you see how crazy this look? Like, and as a person that has really good ID pictures, this ain't that. And so, and then we Googled the address. It was like a storefront. Like, what? Who are you trying to fool?
But the thing they said that they're one of the reasons that Nigerians are the best scammers, are the most propensity to scam, is they speak English because they're an English speaking country and they were colonized by England.
Right.
They can speak English just as good as for a foreigner, just as good, just as well for you to be able to understand. So it doesn't look as much as you're getting scammed. You think you're talking to a real person because they're speaking English almost as good as well as you can. That's one of the reasons.
Listen, let me tell you this.
Hey,
he said my so I like, listen, let me tell you. He thought he was gonna give me, and you wasn't giving me. So I was like, he's like, and then he was asking me for pictures. And I was like, you can go on my Instagram and get a picture, baby.
he's like, no. What's up with do dudes just be doing that? I've heard a lot of girls saying dudes just be asking for pictures all the time and shit.
They be asking for pictures. And then I remember one time.
Who does that?
I'll tell you who it was offline. Actually, okay. I can type it to you. I'll type it to you. So he like asked me to send him a picture, and you didn't say what kind of picture. I sent him a picture of DW. You like, what we doing? Like,
come on, son.
So, like, or somebody, it was one that I saw online where somebody was talking about how somebody was like, oh, send me a picture of you in a bra. And they put like their school picture or like a picture of them inside of a bra, like the cup. And they was like, you said send a picture of me in a bra. I sent you a picture of me in a bra. In the literal sense. That's my type of humor. I love something like, because for me, it's like, if you're not my dude for real, like we're not kicking it like that.
Yeah.
Why do you take your ass on Instagram and hope that I put something on close friends?
You gotta get into close friends first, though.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, it's weird, but that was just too good to not share. No,
you're good. You're good.
Y'all have to see the picture or Google it. It's just hilarious.
Since we're talking about people in jail or people potentially being locked up, I got this for you right here, Don.
Now new at 6 o'clock, a defense attorney in the YSL gang case now faces criminal charges herself. Lawyer Nicole Fagan was indicted on multiple charges today. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live for us in the Fulton County Courthouse. And Mark, the charges include allegations that she tipped off a fugitive about evidence to get rid of.
And this is a fast developing story. I reached out to Drew Finling, the defense attorney for defense attorney Nicole Fagan, and I just got this text from him a short while ago. He said, this indictment is a travesty. Nicole Fagan is a fierce trial attorney and well-respected amongst her peers. These charges stem from activities alleged to have occurred 2.5 years ago during the YSL trial, for which Ms. Fagan was a zealous advocate for her client. No more. We look forward to fighting these false allegations. Well, here's some insight into what those allegations are. Defense lawyer Nicole Fagan is well known in local legal circles for her effective representation of alleged gang members, often when they are charged with violating Georgia's Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. Says J.P. Miller, who told us he knows her from both sides of the street, having worked against her when he was a gang investigator with the Fulton County DA's office, and consulted with her now that he's a private investigator.
She has a great reputation on the street and with her clients and by her peers. She has been successful in receiving several not guilty and acquittal cases throughout her career.
But her indictment, which also contains allegations against two co-defendants.
Yep.
What if DOC never got into that car accident? What if Ice Cube didn't leave NWA? What if the game never leaves G Unit? What if Teddy Riley never moves to Virginia? What if we got that J. Cole and Kendrick album? What if the RZA would have never had that flood? How would the hip-hop world sound today? Welcome to Hip Hop What Is, the podcast where we dive into the biggest what could have beens in hip-hop history. From iconic album delays to game-changing partnerships that never happened. We reimagine the culture we love and explore its alternative paths. And you are now at Hip Hop What Is.
I ain't trying to be that girl, but she did whatever they said she did. Because the video, her did look like she like that appeared like girl. Then this guy is talking in front of a graffiti wall where that definitely says Red Rum. So continue the video, but I just want to let you know
she did that shit.
She did that shit.
Defendants charges Nicole Fagan herself with violation of the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act and other charges. For example, the gang charge against her alleges she unlawfully solicited a fugitive in a gang murder case to commit criminal gang activity through the commission of the offense of tampering with evidence. A criminal solicitation charge suggests she unlawfully solicited a person by that same name, a 4PF gang member that was a fugitive in a 4PF gang murder case, to get rid of his phone with the intent to obstruct the prosecution of someone else. Another count accuses Fagan and another person of the offense of obtain/procure/give inmate prohibited item without authorization. It alleges they did unlawfully give to Tenquarius Mender, an inmate of the Fulton County Jail, a place of incarceration, methamphetamine. Still another count mentions the prohibited item offense, only this time involving the illegal drug oxycodone. And yet another count alleges something similar involving marijuana.
You know, I've worked with her on both sides, and she's always been a pleasure to work
with. That says Red Rum.
Now, a court document that we
Red Rum people is a term for blood use.
Indicates Nicole Fagan.
Also, Red Rum also means it comes from doesn't it come from what was
Shining.
the Shining? Yes, thank you.
Was Mender's defense lawyer. It indicates in that case he pled guilty to possession of weapon by incarcerated individual, possession of telecommunications device by incarcerated individual, and participation in criminal street gang activity. That last charge as an Alford plea, which I understand means he does not admit that he did it, but that it was in his best interest to plead guilty. There's much more on this that we're digging into. For now, reporting live, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
All right, Dom. What you think?
Let me tell you something. It's too many things that's not helping her case right now. And that man sitting in front of a Red Run sign is one of them. She did that shit. Because this is, like I said, this ain't the first time that she's come up in some stuff where they've been able to trace something back to her. You shouldn't be even out here on social media like that. And not saying you can't have fun, but you need burner accounts. Like, it's so many ways to do things. And so it's like one of the weird things about wanting to be seen, wanting to be, accessible, wanting to be a star, all that stuff. Tread lightly. Because now you jammed up.
Yeah. You like jammed up bad too.
Jammed up bad. How you get, and we ain't gonna really say how she get, we're gonna say because it's the lead defense attorney that got him off because of all the obstruction in this case. But now you going down like Mary J. Blige. I don't understand.
My thing is, this is like a TV show for real.
It really is.
Like, there's no way she's sitting there doing all that and spending on, and you're a defense attorney doing all this. How?
Yeah.
How and why?
Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Like, but hey, look, my thing is, look, they gonna try to get anybody around Young Thug if they couldn't get him. So I don't know why she thought she was. I don't know what this meant. Why she was. I don't know. It don't make no sense to me. Like,
yeah, it does. It's just weird, and like I just and for. Hey, at this point, honestly, it's none of my business. It's none of my business.
hey, man, let's jump into what's going on with this Taylor Rooks thing, man. There's this blew up. This is hot off the presses, right?
Oh yeah, y'all. Taylor Rooks has done the ultimate like Aquarian thing. She's not an Aquarius, but she popped out married. She dropped the pictures on the timeline just now. And we're here for it. And that's how it should be. You know, you don't need people all in and out your relationship causing like ruckus and like making it this big deal. And it was a star-studded event. And you know, you had the likes of, you know, Draymond Green, you had Saquon Barkley there, you have KD, you have so many different people there that are, you know, like her friends or whatever from the industry, sports world, that popped out. And she popped out and got married. He's a nice looking young guy, you know. So I was just like, okay, girl, that's how you do it. Because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop it on the timeline. Y'all not even gonna know that I'm in a relationship with anybody. And then they were like, wait a second, what? And then I'm gonna just pop out with a baby. And I might do it all at one time, wait to have even had a baby to put the photos out there, like, oh yeah, and then this happened.
Yeah, it's just.
And she's a beautiful bride. She looks really good. Because Taylor has a really, this is crazy, but it's things that women we pay attention to and love. Like Taylor got like a bomb, like draw line. Like the structure, her features are really pretty. She's just a really pretty girl, a pretty smile. And my mommy friends. But I was like, girl, give me the jawline. Like, you know, cortisol wear, you know. Buku fat wear. So
man, shout out to her. Man.
And congratulations. Like, you know, like I said, wishing you all the best of luck. We love Black love over here. We love, period. The contrary to popular belief as Aquarius is. But we love. And congratulations, girl. You did that.
Yeah, shout out to you, Taylor. Now all these players can settle down and know that y'all had never had a chance in the first place.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. So y'all never had a chance in the first place. And there's people in the comments that's already upset and heartbroken.
Yeah, because she kept on.
And I'm like,
y'all thought she was play pimping.
Listen, I'm trying to would we like to have a little laugh? Because for the most part, there are a lot of positive messages. Somebody said, as much as I want to be a hater, I'm just so happy he's Black.
Dang. Oh, dang, man.
Oh, wait. Guess who's in the comments?
Who? You want to type it?
No, I want you to guess.
Oh, okay. Drake.
No. The name sort of starts with a D.
With the D.
Somebody else said, in the meantime, while you're guessing, I just fell to my knees. You know, and there's people like, oh, this is the most magical night ever. You know, somebody said, I just watched a guy fall out in the middle of Walmart. And then somebody else says, like, she keeps her business herself. I know that's right. Love the pop out. Somebody said, son of a bitch, I knew this would happen sooner or later. Couldn't even get rich so I could snatch her up first, though. Congratulations, I guess. Dude is a lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, hey, man. You
want to know who said son of a bitch?
Athlete, entertainer?
They probably, with that height, should have been an athlete.
Should have been an athlete.
Yeah.
Chris Brown?
No, we know him personally.
You know him personally. He from St. Louis? He from St. Louis?
I believe so.
Damn, okay. You got me. You got me. You got me. Who?
Our good friend Doja.
Oh man, Doja said he has shot his shot at every woman on Instagram that's played in the WNBA that's cute, that's over 6 foot.
He's
because I'll send them girls. I'm like, man, what about her? Man, he's like, I already shot it. I'm in the inbox already. He said, I'm in the inbox already.
Listen, you know, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Yeah.
So I'm not even mad at it. Like I said, you know, there's a whole thing about it on my podcast, how he came in my inbox and was like, we can have a kid that play AAU basketball. And I was like, that's it? They can't go all the way to the league? I need you to dream bigger. This buck stops here. Your dreams are not big enough. So yeah, beautiful bride. Congratulations to you. I just thought that was really funny because I was like, oh, these comments are about to be a mess.
Yeah, no, she's dope. I mean, that's dope. It's dope. Congratulations to her. All right, I'm gonna piss you off a little bit for a second, for 2 segments, real quick.
You can't.
That story and this next story are reminders that if any other president did this in the past, it'd be a huge deal, but now barely that big of a deal. So over the weekend, former President Trump shared a fake AI-generated video on social media showing former President Barack Obama being arrested in the Oval Office. The video, originally posted on TikTok, depicts FBI agents handcuffing Obama while Trump looks on and smiles. The post comes after the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, accused the Obama administration of a treasonous conspiracy to undermine Trump's 2016 election win. Gabbard released over 100 pages of documents alleging attempts to suppress intelligence and promote claims of Russian interference. She's now calling for federal investigations and prosecutions, here warning in her words that democracy is at stake. Democrats have dismissed her claims as baseless and politically motivated. Now, remember that for years, presidents refused to even criticize their successors. But now you got one posting a video of him being arrested. Critics say the timing is a distraction from controversies surrounding Trump, including his alleged ties to Jeffrey Epstein. President Obama's office has not commented on the video or the allegations.
And in the campaigning, Democrats would say that Trump was a threat to democracy.
Yes, they did, and continue to say that. Our chief meteorologist, Adam Kruger.
Let me tell you something about that anchor. That anchor was so irritating, even just having to read that.
Yeah.
You know, taking this class, this refresher course, and understanding like the basis and premise of journalism and journalistic integrity. And it's one of the things when we go back to like the ethics code, you know, because libel and defamation are not limited to just the journalistic realm. It's like, you know, that's media law 101. So just how Trump turned around and sued different studios and people, and they're like, oh, we're going to give him this money. We're going to, you know, so it's just not a thing, so it can go away. Obama need to turn around and do the same fucking thing. Because you can't sit up here and spread false stuff about me that's blatantly false and say blatantly false things because your ass is caught up in some other shit. Y'all gonna, we're gonna release the files about Martin Luther King. We know what happened. The government already apologized for it. Not that we're giving him a pass, but we know what that is. You trying to do all this stuff to distract from something that we know to be true. This is like Okay, so for example, him trying to say that he really wasn't canoodling like that with Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, the fuck you were. There are photos across decades. This ain't like Jay-Z saying, oh, we cool, like we work in the same industry. Have I gone to his events before? Sure. But you can probably, for the most part, you have dozens and dozens of photos of you with this man, you know, in Ghislaine and young women. And so what are we talking about? And so I'm interested to see, it's one thing where, you know, because like for Black people, we have this thing of turn the other cheek. Yeah, we can only do that for so long. And I'm interested to see, especially since they haven't commented on it. Today is Wednesday. Are they going to say anything by next week regarding this, or if it's just suit filed? Because you're not about to be defaming my character, spreading all this misinformation. That's your thing, misinformation. Come with the fucking facts, bro.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
And, you know, as far as I know where this is leading. So you might as well play the clip so we can talk about it as a whole.
Which one you want me to play?
Are we about to talk about what happened with the Tonight Show?
Yeah, but I want to get this part in. I'm gonna play the Stephen Colbert part in a second.
Okay, because it kind of all falls under the same.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, if you want to, I'm not trying to jump ahead and change the formatting of the show today, but
yeah, but it to me as I'm pulling it up now. He's trying to distract everybody from these Epstein files that he's really. So the thing with MAGA is MAGA's in disarray right now. And the only way they can bring it back is to talk about the dark man. Let's talk about the darkie, the black guy. Let's get back on task. Let's get back to hating everyone else, MAGA.
Yeah.
MAGA might be like maybe not, maybe so. It's just it's an interesting whole proposition in total, because we don't even know for real this whole thing of this coming up in Tulsi Gabbard, man. I don't want to be disrespectful to this woman, man, because I wouldn't want anybody being disrespectful, but she could suck a dick, man, for real, because Tulsi Gabbard was a flip-flop. She used to be a Democrat. Now she up under the teeth sucking dick of all these fucking MAGA people. And it's just a weird thing to see that. And I'm not saying you can't change your positions or you can't, but it seems real convenient the way she moved on this whole thing that Tulsi Gabbard did. And that's all I'm saying. That's why. And then she was sucking the dick of MAGA right now. And that's what she's doing. She's holding it. All of a sudden now Obama set up the whole thing with the whole idea of the Russians and all this stuff. Like, come on now. All right, but here we go. Let's let Colbert cook real quick.
Friday, Donald Trump posted, "I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings." Would an untalented man be able to compose the following satirical witticism? Go yourself. For the next 10 months, the gloves are off.
All right, that's just the main stuff with him. And with Colbert, CBS, you could suck a dick too. Because he had the most popular show on night TV. I know that they were going through financial problems a little bit, cool, but you could have cut some different things within there. Maybe not as many segments, not as maybe only shooting 4 days a week. I think Kimmel does it 4 days a week instead of 5 to offset stuff and everything. You could have did all kinds of different things to save the situation, but you know that company Skynet or Sky, whatever it is trying to buy Paramount, and they need Trump's approval to be able to get the merger to go through. That's why they're doing this with Stephen Colbert. So Paramount, y'all can suck a dick, and I'm letting y'all know I'm finna probably cancel my Paramount, and I'm at the bootleg Champions League now. I'm letting y'all know I'm bootlegging it.
You know, the crazy thing about all of this is when we talk about journalistic integrity too, and what's happening.
My mind may change if Xander gets to tripping about Paramount Plus not popping, and I don't want the problems.
Okay. I had such a good lead, and you fucked me up.
Go ahead. We know who run the crib.
Like our freedom of speech, our First Amendment right has been infringed upon this entire time. It started with him being in office in 2020, and here we are again. Because his follow-up tweets to that were saying that he hears that Jimmy Kimmel, along with what's his face from Saturday Night Live, oh my gosh, are next. And so
Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon. So it's just interesting to see how we're seeing our first right amendments slowly but surely being stripped away from us, which allows us, people like us, a certain space of freedom. You're able to be criticized. That is you're the president. Your job is going to come with scrutiny. Why did you take the job? Why did you want to do the job if you did not want to be criticized? And then, even across now, like when we look at the ratings regarding the president, and if somebody responds to someone, here's something else where it's like your job, like you pulled into the office where your job is on the line. And it's weird seeing approval ratings like in places like Wyoming and like middle America and places where it's like just tumbleweed, where it's not like a lot of people. But we're seeing this time and time again where if it ultimately comes out that, hey, this really has something to do with the administration and something, that these guys are saying about the state of the country, I'm interested to see what's going to happen across all platforms. How are they going to scale that? Are they going to scale back, or is it just don't touch it because we don't want to risk you losing your, our show? This show could be, and then we're losing this show, we lose advertising dollars. So it's like a trickle down effect of it's, and we're literally seeing like a dictatorship happen, because for you to even hop online and say, oh yeah, good riddance because you did X, you know what I mean? Like it's really interesting to see. And also, this made me think of a conversation earlier where we were talking about Robert Kelly and how he's illiterate. And I'm like, no, I think it's not that he's illiterate. I think he just has the reading level of like a second or third grader. And every time that Trump opens his mouth and or speaks, tweets, whatever, we're seeing something similar in real time. It's like you don't know how to eloquently say things, this is bad, this is good. But then also when we really look at the nation as a whole, a lot of people fall into that category. So which is why they feel like they can relate to this person that never wants them to win in life. And if it comes out that this is true and we no longer have freedom of the press, there has to be, I'm not saying that there has to be some sort of uprising, but there has to be some sort of
retribution.
Retribution regarding that. Because how are we going to be able to to get off the truth. And that's one of the things as journalists is like, you know, yes, we live in this day and age where social media to a certain degree does allow people to be journalists, but where is that integrity, that code of ethics, that law that we take, where we have really dug into our sources, really taking the time to formulate this sort of relationship with our reader, with our viewers, because we have done the work. Where we have built this relationship where you trust us. And and it's a scary place to be in right now as a journalist, not someone that's just putting up a soundbite or this click online to get engagement. But as far as hardcore journalism, this is a scary ass time. And so I'm interested to see what this will look like going forward.
Yeah, the idea that he was sharing all that stuff with Obama with the AI and all that, he shared it, and it's like
it's really but it's also when we talk about
suck a dick. I don't know if I told you that earlier. Suck a dick.
Yes, that. But also when we talk about responsibility, like it's so irresponsible. It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. But also, like the newscaster said, if this was another president, this would come with consequence.
Right. But we need to keep pressure on Trump with the Epstein files.
Yeah.
You've been trying to get everything away from us. I want the files now. I want it.
They said the DOJ told him today that he's in that file.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I saw something that oddly enough, Joy Taylor just posted from Complex.
Happy trails to you.
It says Complex magazine, Justice Department told Trump his name is among the Epstein files. And it says Donald Trump has been informed by the Justice Department that his name appears in the Epstein files multiple times. According to the Wall Street Journal, Attorney General Pam Bondi also told the president that Justice decided not to release more Epstein documents because of the presence of child pornography and the need to protect the victims. And of course, the White House is denying this.
Yeah, and that's
like, okay, photo one. This is a photo.
This the Wall Street Journal. Oh, he was trying to be slick. Oh, you was trying to be slick, Trump, trying to get it off to Obama, talking about all this Russian stuff, and they dropping bombs on you. I didn't even see all these articles. Wall Street Journal, The Hill, New York Times, Newsweek, CNN, Washington Post, and these are verified. BBC. Man, child, please. You ain't trying to get us over with this little bullshit AI thing, and you happy about all this and this. Where the files at? Where the files at? I thought you was gonna release them. I thought you wasn't in it. You cared about these young little girls. Fuck out of here, Trump. Man.
He don't care about no one because he said he would have sex with his daughter.
Too. That's want to let everybody know that. Fuck her. She can suck a dick. Heavy.
Let's move it right along. I don't want us to get banned from YouTube.
That's true. But before we move on, Chelsea Gabby, you can suck a dick once again. There you go. All right. Oh man, I won't be on somebody's file list. All right. I know we didn't talk about this, but it was so much going on in the past week. We missed it. But I have another angle with this right here, from this right here to give.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Turns out they were having an affair. They are both married, but to other people.
All right, that's all we needed right there. Shout out to you, Kev, on stage. We just want to give a little conjecture. Now, the CEO.
Turns out they were having an affair.
Yeah. CEO Andy Byron of Astronomer, former CEO, because he has stepped down, he is thinking about suing Coldplay. All right, this is from Yahoo News. Coldplay's viral kiss cam coming out. Former Astronomer CEO, who is at the center of the incident, is considering suing Coldplay with a lawsuit over the viral moment. According to the source, Byron isn't too happy with the fact that clip of him embracing women has not only taken over the internet, but has become fodder for jokes. Former Astronomer CEO Andy Byron has had a rough couple of days since being involved in a viral kiss. So he had to resign. Let me see. According to Robert Schroeder's exclusive report, the former CEO is exploring a lawsuit against Coldplay over the viral kiss cam. Insiders reveal that Byron is citing emotional distress and invasion of privacy while planning to sue the band and event organizers. A source close to him expressed that he didn't consent to being filmed or publicly humiliated. Byron reportedly thinks Coldplay made him a meme. Meanwhile, legal experts told the outlet that they didn't view his legal course coming to fruition. Like, so you're basically saying, you go, okay, try this shit. An attorney know that one can expect no privacy when it's a public concert with cameras and thousands of people attending. The expert believed that the former Astronomer CEO is likely trying to shift blame. While Coldplay has yet to respond to the report, sources shared that frontman Chris Martin laughed out loud at Byron's attempt to sue the band. Go ahead.
You got to be shitting me. Like, there's no way that you're okay. So when you think about when you buy like concert tickets and all that stuff or anything in like a public place like that, there's like low key when you purchase and you click that box, terms and agreements.
You have a right to be filmed, and stuff too, right? Don't they say you have a right
all of that is in there?
Yeah,
all of that is in there. So hey, boo boo, Byron, which I ain't never seen a white Byron. You might have some nigga down the line.
No, Andy Byron is his last name. Byron's his last name.
Okay. Still, you got caught up, and that's it. That's it. You didn't do right by your wife, and low key, based on what it seemed like, homegirl is saying because the wife has filed for divorce or is filing for divorce. You've been out here in these streets a long time, and she probably had an inkling, but it just confirmed what she was feeling any kind of way. She said she dropped her last name. She was going by her maiden name. She has put out her statement, and it's like she moving on like Maya. You can't sue somebody. You can't sue Coldplay in the arena and Live Nation and AEG or whoever else because your ass got caught up. When you click the terms and agreement button, you consented, and that's what it is. And had your ass just kept moving and not ducking and dodging, nobody might have even saw this.
That's very key.
I just don't understand. What are we doing? See, this is the level of privilege we don't understand because we Black. So it don't like the basic things in life make sense to us because we have to live in a space of reality. And when you do certain things like that, comes with consequence. Like you didn't even pull a she don't have to know from the great John Legend. You didn't take her to another city to steal moments just to be with her.
No, man. See, this is the problem. He got flagrant. It's supposed to be like a suite or something he had. No, you got to get the side chick suite. Shout out to my co-host Matt Whitener. Me and him came up this side. So we went to the RBRNM. That means it was Ricky, Bobby. It was everybody but Ralph Tresvant and Johnny Gill for a show. And we was like, dang, it's people up in those suites. I was like, but you can't see in there for real. I was like, but why some of them you can't see it for real and the other ones get lights on? It's like, this is side chick suites. Oh, you in and out. I'm through the back door. I'm down through and I'm taking you out, but we ain't lighting this all up and we ain't out on the front. But I took you to see the RBRM. We just ain't got the lights on in the suite.
Yeah.
So he was all out there. He was looking like he was in love.
He was.
He should have. You got to do better with your side chicks. Got to do the side chick suite, man. He should listen to the podcast. We got a whole bunch of people listening to that one. The side chick suite was set up for somebody in your position, my brother. You have money. You can ask them to do whatever you want to in your suite, but you thought it was sweet. Literally sweet other way.
but it looked like they were in some sort of suite. But you know how like they have the seats in the suite.
Yeah, I ain't in there. No. You can't go. You can't be out that part. You got to be in the regular suite. You got You gonna
or
catch
if
me.
you are, we not like if you pop out. Let's say okay, because this
you
is
gotta
like,
lean over like this.
No,
man.
let's say this.
You
It's the company
right here. You gotta everybody else sitting here. You gotta stand up. You can hold your girl from behind. We just gotta peek behind somebody else watching the show.
But also, the other version to that is if I'm gonna go be in the seats.
Yep.
Mr. Byron is inside over here, and you down there, where y'all just can't. We fraternize it amongst our coworkers.
Right. But yeah, I can't be all up on it. We can have discussions, we can talk, but we can't be all up on each other at the public.
But that's the crazy thing is I know people making jokes about Coldplay, but it's
the first singles they dropped.
But and also Mr. Lead Man, I ain't gonna forget how you did my girl Gwyneth Paltrow. But that's neither here or there. Think about if, let's say her brother, let's say the wife has a brother and he went to see Coldplay, and you caked up, and y'all didn't get caught in the suite. Y'all got caught in the hallway, trying to leave out. It's so many things. Like, you just have to play the game a certain way. It's certain things that I never even really did. And like, even when I am tethered to somebody, where I'm just like, I'm kind of on the low. Like, like there's certain PDA I'll do, but it's certain stuff, depending on where I'm at, I'm all in. And then I'm like, okay.
Right.
And I ain't even sneaking around.
You just sometimes you just can't, it ain't just, and I'm the CEO. Even if I was just dating somebody, you got to kind of chill with it, man, a little bit.
He's been doing this.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
For a long time.
Okay, there you go. That's it right there. That's it right there. He's been doing this.
Never got caught. And Gretchen may be the flavor of the week.
It's got to be that he's been doing this for a while, and she works at the company too. So he like, oh yeah. And low key, I put a lawsuit in if I was somebody. Low key, just because you're messing with the chief. She was like the chief HR, so I could be like,
we all getting a payday.
I'm putting a lawsuit in. I ain't even did nothing wrong. I ain't even just be like, man, I thought I should have had a promotion. I didn't know that the CEO was messing with the HR, head of HR. Yeah. I'll settle for 50. Just give me a 50K real quick.
He said,
we'll be all good. Just 50. Just slide me 50 by the end of the week. We'll be all right.
Yeah, all that right. Is.
All right, I got one more for you, Don. As we end up, we're gonna do this on some funny stuff to end us out.
Oh, sidebar. Sinners is now the highest grossing original horror film in U.S. history.
Really?
Yes, it said Jaws held this title for nearly 50 years. Jaws grossed $273.7 million. Sinners passed it with $275.7 million.
Well, at this point, I'm not even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna hold you, Dom. If it don't win like 2 or 3 Oscars, we gonna have to storm the motherfucking building.
And it says,
I'm saying 3: best director, best film, best actor, and an actor for Michael B. Jordan, because the motherfucker played 2 roles.
Man.
Unless somebody else gonna come out with some kick-ass performance, and they try to stuff those in at the end of the year, so they might try to stuff in a fucking movie with Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio's father's son, or some crazy melodramatic shit that's gonna get us all teary-eyed.
We'll see. I'm interested to see, because like the movie that's coming out with Leonardo DiCaprio, with Tiana Taylor and Benicio del Toro, so we'll see what happens with that, but. Kudos to you.
The movie got to be a powerhouse movie. I'm saying.
Yeah, that cast in that film is kind of stacked, so we'll see. But at this moment, like, you know, because we're getting into the movie reviews and stuff, Herb and I, and we were just even talking about, you know, like Spider-Man and how a lot of stuff has been lackluster post Sinners, but also it's kind of similar to, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know how they do the cutoff date for the Oscars, because I know the Grammy date, I believe it's like the end of October, early November, where anything released post that cannot be nominated. It has to be the following year.
Okay. So we'll
have to see the guidelines. But my friends had a good idea. They was like, we need our, you know, a Black Oscars. I'm like, no, just create something that's an award that's just as prestigious as something like that.
Already, we got the Image Awards.
No, but I'm saying in the sense of like where only the Image Awards focuses on, you got music, you got this, you got that, where it's just solely focused around film, centered around film.
They should maybe flip it around and have an Image Award, like the Image Awards film, like the Film Image Awards or something like that, where it can be split into its own thing.
Possibly, but
they already got the brand set up for it, is what I'm saying. It's hard to set up a whole new awards, you know, situation.
I mean,
you need people to buy, and you get people to buy in the NAACP Image Awards, you know what I mean? Or maybe something associated with them.
But it would be, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's calling a spade what it is, but it's unfortunate because now we live in this day and age where, you see how DEI is affecting people, the removal of DEI, more so in particularly Black brands and, you know, brown people brands for the most part. And somebody made a valid point saying how, you know, we get mad when these brands, you know, like, oh, I sold my company, a percentage of my company to Unilever or Johnson & Johnson. And they have to do stuff like that just because when you scale in business, it becomes just so big. So like there's another brand, you know, Ami Cole, that is closing its doors, and it circles, you know, centered around Blackness, and where, you know, we were a second thought. This brand, that this Black girl came out with this brand that was for us. So it's like, it's a whole thing. And then somebody made a valid point too. They said, you know, when you look at a lot of places, like even like a Sephora that was priding themselves on this, like this inclusion, you know, somebody said they went to their local Sephora and it was only for 4 or 5 like Black brands in store.
All right.
Those are those conversations, but you know, we can figure it out. Like we said, if they build it, they will come.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Let's. I got more and more for you as we end it out. And thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all jump into that membership area as well. We'll be having some stuff popping up in there, more random content and things popping up in there, more things, and early, and you get the show earlier too. So
yep.
All right. Here you go, Dom.
One of us thinks they're the better driver.
I mean, I think I'm the better driver.
I think that your driver's license is a true depiction of what kind of driver you are. Okay. I mean, if you want this point, I'm gonna give it to you, but
I'm taking it because you drive like.
I mean, I've had a driver's license like your whole life.
I don't care. I'm taking it.
And it's whole.
Dom, would you like to go ahead and go?
What do they talk about? And I'm a person, I can't be so judgmental, but also when I really started
talk about it, stop about what you mean. They talk about
because I'm even seeing like his speech, like what do they talk about? What do you guys have in common? You know, outside of shopping for like the latest, flyest things. You know what I mean? And I'm a person, I date older men. You know, I love me an old ass man, but I also wasn't dating older men until I was in my like late 20s, early 30s, even now, like my guy's like so many years older than me. And he's not like, though 45 isn't like significantly, that's young for me. You know how old my ex is, so that's young for me. But I'm just interested because like just look about the whole conversation that we just had breaking down journalism, because I mean that's also our profession and we're educated in particular things and but we see things on a different scale. That I can only even talk to my younger sibling for so long. I'm like, okay, I can't relate. I don't understand. I'm going to take a nap. So I've had a driver's license your entire life, like before, like she's right, but that's not the flex that you think it is, girl. Like you sound crazy as hell.
Yo,
you have a baby at you're 40.
She's older than 40.
But you have a baby by a 23-year-old.
She has a son the same age as him.
Exactly, girl. That sounds crazy as hell.
Draya is 40. I'm sorry, I take that
Yeah,
back.
she's 40.
Yeah, she's 40.
So, and I get it, but then y'all have these conversations about, oh, how it's so hard to be this mom. You don't have the support and all the different stuff.
And he's 23.
But he's 23. Your son is 23, and then you have like what? How old is that boy that she has with Orlando Scandrick?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like that other little boy. So it's just
it comes off real predatory, man. I'm sorry, yo.
It really does. And we don't talk about the concept of female predators enough just because of conditioning, because how women are sexualized. When we start, I remember telling my homeboy that when he was telling me, like, when we were having to all have this conversation about virginity, what age we were when we lost our virginity, and then you're hearing a lot of the guys say that, oh, I slept with this older woman, my uncle did this, or I slept with my uncle's girlfriend at the time and she was like 27 and I was 13 or 15 or 16, and you looking at it because coochie is, like I said, it's glamorized, like the way that women are sexualized. Nobody thinks about it from the perspective of predatory behavior. Or we only look at it like if it's a man doing this to like a little kid or like a girl that just turned 18. Where it's hella women out here that are predators. We see it every day with these news stories in the schools. Every day. And explaining to them that, hey, like, I'm sorry that this happened to you. And they're like, what? No. And I'm like, so you were kind of sexually assaulted. Like, you were molested. Like, you could not understand to consent to this. And then everybody's just kind of quiet.
I don't want to dishonest his parents. I don't know his parents, and that's not all necessarily true. I know sometimes we try to attribute too much to people's parents because I've seen people that had the best parents in the world and they still do dumb shit. So, I mean, look at the Cosby Show. We talked about that earlier in the show. Like, those kids didn't do perfect stuff, and they had, a father and a lawyer. I mean, a mother as a lawyer and a father as a doctor. So it just feels predatory to me with the Draya Michele thing, and like at some point, people gonna have to sit there and be honest with themselves.
But that's the thing. Nobody wants to, because that requires self-reflection.
Yeah, like, I mean, if there was any other situation like this, it just don't feel good.
I'm looking and I'm just cringing. I'm like, shut up, don't say it. Like, just the way they interact, the way she like that doesn't feel like a relationship. It feels like a mother talking to her son.
Yeah.
Girl, you sound crazy as hell. You never beat in the allegations. You never are that you are a predator.
What do you want, Xander?
Because it must be the money for you. And that's all this is. So we're gonna wrap it up here this week, guys. Thank you for listening.
Thank y'all for listening as always. We will be back soon. Shout out to everybody that's been liking, subscribing, doing all that good stuff. We appreciate all the love.
And continue to engage with us. Like we're trying to get to everybody in the comments.
Especially the TikTok is getting out of crazy. I can't even keep up with the TikTok.
I can't keep up. Like, you know, and I try and I'm not good at it. But also, you know, us getting that content out there for you to go to our membership page. We have a lot of fun stuff that's going to be coming out that we're working on. So I'm excited to share that with y'all as well.
All right. We will see y'all soon. Peace.